well, everyone eats fast food, so what if there was a fast food that was like community embedded, that fed people's souls as well as their stomachs? And so that's what we're trying to do.
And I think that really by the time next year comes, there should be somebody, from here in power, kicking fucking ass and telling people what we have in this country is more than magical.
I hated food when I was younger. I detested food. I managed to get excited about food by being in the kitchen.
So if you start with a carrot like this and you go that first bite, it's incredibly sweet, it's moist and beautiful. The next bite is different, and the next and the next and the next. So actually in one vegetable you have, 7, 8, 10 different tastes.
I mean, yeah, the state of the seas is not a good place. I mean, that's why I try to talk a little bit about sustainability from my view and from the area where I am and where I cook. It's issues that can be solved. I don't think it's unsolvable, and there is some cases where, for example, the hake fishing has just been given a MCES certification.
I also think that we have a social responsibility as chefs and leaders in food to the general public.
People even get a drink order. They say, I want the Korean fried broccoli. I've heard so much about it. And really it's, people writing about it and word of mouth. Their friends came in last week and were like, you have to have the Korean fried broccoli.
What upsets me is that they're trotted out saying this is going to feed the world and the great benefit is that they're productive. It isn't. It's because they're patentable. And somebody can own the world's food, the world's seed. That is destroying for somebody like me who's worked 30 years doing what I do. And also I'm a consumer and I eat, and I think it is nothing short of scandalous. I'm completely opposed to GMOs.
I've asked this question a lot. Why is Denmark where it is now? And there's no doubt in my mind it's because of the working relationship that the chefs have together in the country.
I always said that a perfect dish, it's 100%, but how to take that 100% to 120%? Yeah, so there's no wine, a glass of wine can take a perfect dish to 120%. So that's when the people really start to realize that what is the pairing is about. Yeah, it's not about something just to go well together, but lift it up to another level.
When in your life you have a bad moment, when you have a big pathology, a cancer, in your day you must fight it. And when you write the food on the table, normally you are bad, you don't want to eat, you don't want to stay with your friends at the table because you have changed the perception of the taste in the mouth. And then you become stranger at the table.
Important that we touch on and we touch people's souls rather than just their palates. And I think that's a way, that's a means of getting into the psyche of our diners, and it's about pleasure.
Yeah, I mean, the restaurants that I've always worked in, like I worked for Ned McGuire back in Ireland, I mean, he's very focused on his team, like he's always there. He's, even when I worked for him, he was taking us away for trips to London, like as a team.
Like, this hasn't happened overnight, when it was, obviously when I first moved to Ireland, everything was in West Cork.
I have no trouble getting enthused about food because it's absolutely my life. But meeting people like this and just listening to them, life is always a learning curve. And when you meet people like this, that feel like you do about food, but maybe in a different way, that's a great thing for me. And so straight away 2-3 talks yesterday just were inspirational to me and definitely have made me think about things in a different way. But still, I suppose you go back to your own business, and I mean I like to think that I'll come out of this a little bit more worldly and with a few more friends.